Alright, now we'll talk about how we can optimize our PCs, basically Windows 11 for maximum performance in gaming. Okay, let's get into the video. So first thing you can do is free up the space on your C drive and delete the temporary files. I guess many of you already know this. Just press Windows plus R, then type temp, then delete all the files in this folder. I recently deleted, so that's why there are less files. Then you can type %temp% and also permanently delete all the files here also. So the files you cannot delete, just skip over it. That means these softwares are still in use, so you cannot delete them. Then you can also type prefetch, refetch, then control and sorry about that, yeah, delete it. Then what you can do is go to your C drive, properties, tools, optimize, and optimize your disk. You can do it for all the drives. I'm just gonna do it for the C drive because it matters most for the system responsiveness. Then go to general, details, and here you can see the temporary files. So make sure to delete the temporary files. There are also downloads in the C folders, so if you want to keep the files in downloads, then you can keep it or move it somewhere else, some other drive, but make sure you delete everything else without it. So after deleting the temporary files, you can search Windows update settings. You can check for update or turn it off. So later we will see how to disable it if some of you are having issues with the Windows update or you don't want to update your Windows. And to delete the previous Windows update files, you need to go to C drive, Windows, then look for software distribution, yeah, right here, and go to download. Now these are the files that are not in need. Don't worry, this is in the Windows folder, I know, but we don't need them. Okay, so you can delete them because it's the previous update files. So you can go ahead and click continue. So at this point you should create a system restore point, because if the settings you'll see here does not do good for your PC, your particular PC, which has a very low chance, you can go back to your previous settings. So just search restore point to create a restore point. Then you can click on create, give a name. I'm just gonna say system restore. So after creating the restore point, you can go back to your settings, like by clicking on system restore, recommend restore, next, and following the steps. Now search for device manager. Go to your device manager, then go to system devices. Now high precision event timer, you need to disable it. Okay, I've already disabled it. Then search for services, go to services. Let's talk about the Windows update. So if you want to permanently stop your Windows update, just go to Windows update, double click on it, startup type, disable, apply, and okay. I'm just gonna keep it on manual. If you don't use the Xbox services like the Xbox Game Save, Network Service, you can disable all of them, like Xbox accessories, Xbox Live Auth Manager. Just disable all of them. It will help with your gaming performance of your PC. If you use the Xbox Game Bar for your recording or something like that, you can keep it as it is. If your PC has SSD or M.2, then you can avoid this step. I'm just gonna disable Windows search here because it slows down our PC, especially if you have your system on a hard drive. So you can disable Windows search from here. I'm just gonna keep it on manual. Search for sysmain, SYSMAIN. Here. Now sysmain is the prefetch service that we cleaned up earlier. you need to disable it, apply, okay. And that's it in the services. Now go to task manager, go to startup apps here. Now disable all the startup apps that you don't need, like this Microsoft team should be disabled. Registry is from Valorant, so you need it unfortunately in the background to run the game, so you can keep it on enabled. If you play Valorant, the real-time audio services disable. Basically disable all the services that you don't need on startup, or that your PC doesn't require to be run on startup, like ChatGPT can be disabled. Okay, so this will dramatically decrease your boot time, so PC will be faster. And in the performance tab, now we'll talk about gaming stuff. Make sure your virtualization, CPU virtualization is on, enable. You can enable it from the BIOS. AMD based systems, it will say SVM mode. So later I'll make another video about it if you're not clear. And go to memory and then check if your memories are running on the highest bus speed supported. Like for me it's 3200. It's XMP profile. If your XMP profile is not enabled, then it will say 2400 or 2133 or something like that. Now go to Windows search and search game mode settings, and make sure your game mode is turned on. This actually helps with the games. Go to graphics, and optimization for windowed games should be turned on. For the games, always choose high performance. If you have multiple GPUs, your iGPU and your external GPU, make sure you select your external GPU for the games. Choose high performance for every game you have. Now I need you to go to Registry Editor. Just type Windows R, Reg Edit. Go to this address. This will be given in the description. So computer, HK local machine, software, Microsoft Windows NT, CurrentVersion, Multimedia, SystemProfile. Then double click on system responsiveness. Whatever the number is here already, make it 1 and press OK. Then go to tasks, games. Here you need to change GPU priority to 8, priority to 6, scheduling category to high. This will say normal or low, just type in high. SFIO priority to high. Okay, it's done in the Registry Editor. If you are on an AMD based platform or Intel based platform, you do have your graphic control panel. For AMD, it's Adrenaline software. Go to this and go to graphics. Then the graphics settings, make sure AMD anti-lag is on. Radeon boost should be disabled. If you play tactical FPS games, then you can enable it because it will improve your FPS, but it will lose some details. I prefer it to disable it. Radeon chill should be disabled. Image sharpening, it's personal preference. You can set it on 50, 100. This will sharpen the images with cost of the minimum 5 to 10 FPSs based on the game. Vertical refresh should be always off. Inside the game and outside, always off. Never use vertical refresh. Radeon enhanced sync should be off. Anti-aliasing, use activation setting. Anti-aliasing method, multi-sampling. Morphological anti-aliasing should be disabled. Anisotropic filtering, it can be set on 8x or disabled based on your graphic card. Texture filter quality should be set to performance for maximum FPS possible, or you can set it to standard. And if you play like story type games, you can set it on high to maximize your visual experience of the game. So for best performance, just set it to performance. Surface format optimization should be turned on. Tessellation mode, AMD optimize. OpenGL triple buffering, so it's a VSync mode, so it should be disabled. And reset shader cache, you can do it time to time or after you shift from one game to another. Just click here. And for your graphic card reset, you can press Windows Control Shift B at the same time. You'll hear a beep and your screen will flash. Now you need to go to users, C drive, users, user profile, app data, and then go to local. AMD, or you'll see a NVIDIA file. If you have NVIDIA graphic card, go to AMD. Now this cache folder, DX cache, OGL cache, make sure you delete all the cache fault caches inside the folders. Now you need to download MSI utility version 3. You can download it online. You can just search MSI utility v3. Here is the link. It's a bit tough to find. Just download it from here. It's safe. This website is safe. I've downloaded from here, so you can download it easily. Now right click on it, run as admin. Here find your graphic driver. Like for me it's AMD Radeon graphics. Make sure it has MSI mode on and interrupt priority set it to high. Okay, you just need to change this one, set apply. You can leave it as it is. So you should not delete this file. You can store it on another drive if you want, but this file should be on your PC. So whenever you go, you can see this, your graphic priority is set to high. If you delete it, it might go back to normal, so I prefer you should keep it. Then you need to search for advanced system settings. View advanced settings, go to settings and visual effects. You can set it to let Windows choose what's best for my computer. If you're not facing any issues, but adjust for best performance will remove all the animations and stuff, but make your system much more snappier and faster, right? So you can set it to adjust for best performance. Important part here is go to performance and fans and virtual memory. Basically virtual memory is a part of your system drives or maybe other drives that are used when your system runs out of memory while running multiple softwares. So click on change. You can set it custom size as minimum for the 1/4 of your RAM. I have 16 GB of RAM, so minimum is 4 GB and maximum is half of my RAM, 8 GB. Or you can set it to system managed size, but make sure it's only C drive. Like I have this on D drive and C drive, so I'm just gonna no paging file on D drive, set, and C drive should set to system managed. So this settings is recommended for lower RAMs. All right, so those of you who have 8 GB or maybe 4 GB of RAM can come here and set the size to 16 GB. So your system will have more virtual memory, but always try to keep the virtual memory on an SSD because an SSD is faster. My C drive is an SSD, and avoid like a hard drive. For example, if you're running a game, it needs more memory, it will go to virtual memory. Now if your virtual memory is in the hard drive, your hard drive is slower, so your game will lag. That's why you need to keep it on C drive. If you have like 16 GB, 32 GB or more than 32 GB RAM, you can set it to system managed size. Your system will manage it as per needed. Click on apply. System will ask for a restart later. Yeah, so that's it for your Windows optimization. If you have any question, leave it on comment, and catch you guys in the next one.